Alright guys, so before we get into this video, make sure to drop a comment down in the comment section for an opportunity to be featured at the end of my next video. Let's get into it. Yo, what's going on guys? I'm really excited to be bringing you guys another what's in my camera bag for the year 2019. This is gonna be my summer version. I wanna bring you guys a fall and a winter version as well if I do pick up some new gear. Now today's video is gonna be sponsored by Bagsmart. They were really nice and sent me over this backpack, which I've been using for a couple weeks and I like for a bunch of different reasons that I'm gonna get into within this video. This is Bagsmart's modular backpack design, and modular is exactly what this backpack is. Has a bunch of different features, and the modular aspect of it is what makes it so unique. So let's just tackle the outside of the backpack for starters. All right, so as you guys can see, this backpack design is very sleek. All black, has like these blue hits on it, which I think complement it really well. So right here on the outside, you guys can see this little pouch. This is one of the things that really add to the modular aspect of this backpack. So if you see right here, I can just pop that straight off, but if I want to put it right back on the front of the backpack, just put it next to it, you guys can hear that nice snapping in there. This is a magnetic system that goes throughout this entire backpack that I'll show you guys more in depth in a second. But it's just cool, man. You have like a top flap right here, which reveals access to the entire backpack. And this right here is magnetic as well. You can see that this pops off the top, but if you put it right next to this little thing right here, it'll snap back in place like that. So this is magnetic, and it's really a pull apart system. I don't know, it's voodoo because you can't pull it like this, but the slide out just kind of adds that added security to the backpack, which I think is really cool. On this side of the backpack, we have like a little pocket, which is housing a couple different things for me. On this outside pocket right here, this pouch, we have my RAV Power portable USB power bank, which is awesome. I use that for pretty much everything. And we also have just my typical, memory card holder right here. Take that out. You guys can see that just a bunch of different memory card slots. I don't have too many in here right now because I just got done dumping a bunch of footage, but you guys get the gist of it. But this pocket right here is really cool. If you look inside of it, it has like a keychain holder right here if you want to add your keys in it, keep your keys safe on this like outside right here, which is really cool. It's pretty deep, and you can put a substantial amount of stuff right here in this little pocket. I don't know if you guys can see right here, but it extends out. It extends out right there, which I think is really cool. On the side right here, you guys can see these little blue straps. These can be tightened, but they can also be loosened as well if you want to, kind of secure the things in the backpack a little bit more. You can also house things right here as well. So if you had like a Gorilla Pod that you wanted to put right here, would be cool as well. But this side right here, I think that this is specifically meant for like water bottles, but I just tend to house my Gorilla Pod right here on this side of this because I think it just makes more sense, I don't really tend to carry water bottles with me like that. I don't really do too much hiking, but if I did, I guess I would put a water bottle right there. On the bottom, we have a couple straps for housing a tripod if you're into that. If you want to carry a tripod, I can put my Gorilla Pod right here at the bottom if I wanted to as well, but we got these straps for this. And also, which I forgot to mention, right here in this little side pocket right here is like an incognito sleeve, which I think is really cool. This is like where you could put a passport or some sort, something like important. It's really deep as well. Pretty much goes all the way into the backpack. So we got this little cool sleeve right here on this side, which I think is dope. Really cool little sleeve right there to house something private. And on this side as well, we have a zipper, which gives you access to like a laptop sleeve as well. And that's pretty much the outside of the backpack. So as I told you guys before, this is what gives you access to the backpack. So you just slide that off, it's magnetic. Like I said before, I think that's really cool. You take this off and this gives you access to more of the modularity of this backpack. So we have two zippers right here, which I'm gonna reveal. Slide one down, slide the other down, and this gives you access to the different modular bags that you can purchase and install within this backpack. So in order for you to get those out, you have like a nice grip right here. You really just grab this and you just pull everything straight out of the backpack, which is crazy. So if you wanted to just use this backpack as a backpack, you could. You just zip this up and then just drop whatever you want to drop straight into the backpack, which is awesome. I want to highlight these things right here. You see these little notches right here, these black things? These are what is basically magnetic in the backpack and adds to the modularity of it. So in the back of these different pouches that I have right here, the photography set is what I have. You can just snap these onto the backpack and it just creates different cubicles to whatever you need for the backpack. So for instance, on the front of it, I showed you guys this little pouch right here. This has like inserts right here also that you can just attach to this, and yeah, you can just go modular like this if you wanted to. You hear that snap in? It's just connected straight on that, and it's not going anywhere. You can't pull it off. You have to take it off a certain way. You have to just pop it straight off like that. This is what's modular about this. So I'm gonna just put the casing down for a second to show you guys what exactly is inside of my cubicles and my different cubes for my backpack. All right, so I'm gonna just pop this one off first. You see right here, it has like these magnets right here as well, which connect to this, which is everything's so cohesive and so connected with this backpack. Snap that straight on, and when you put it back in, it just makes it so easy. But let's just start with this one. And this is gonna be like my accessories slash drone little pouch when I do pick up a drone, because I really enjoy this and I think this is tight. But it's a bunch of different things you can put in here. It's like sectioned off. You can put lenses in here. You can put whatever. But in mine, I just have a bunch of different accessories. So the first accessory that I have is my DJI kits. This is for my Ronin M. This is like the screws and all of that. Also have my red toolkit as well. Handy tool to have on set. Pretty much does anything you need it to do. Has different hexes, screws, flatheads, and all that stuff like that. You have to have something like this if you have a cage. It just comes in handy so often. All right, so the next thing I have in here is my ND sets. Right here, a bunch of different NDs in here. I got some Polar Pro NDs. Also have some Black Pro Mist and some Tiffin variable NDs in here as well. I got my trusty Aperture MX light. Never go anywhere without this. I love this light. It just comes in handy so much when I'm on set and I need something small and portable to go in like small spaces. Or say I don't have electricity for a light, I can just use this. It's battery powered and it gets pretty bright. And the fact that it can change temperature as well is a big plus. We also got a bunch of different like batteries, and I got a charger as well for the Canon LPE6 batteries as well. So that's pretty much all I got in my accessories kit right now. I think I'm gonna eventually convert this over into like a drone space, because I think I'm gonna be picking up a Mavic here soon. So it's a bunch of different things that you can put in here. You can put lenses and tons of different stuff. And up top, we have like this little zipper area up here as well, which just houses a bunch of different random cables and HDMI cables that I may use for a gimbal or my Ronin or whatever the case may be. Here's my actual kit, my actual case for like camera equipment, I guess. As you guys can see right here, we got a bunch of different things in here. This is customizable as well, as you guys know, with pretty much any cubicle that you get with camera backpacks. It's all Velcro, and you can just customize this into whatever spaces that you want. So for me right now, I've been using the EOS R so much lately. I love this camera. I've been using it for pretty much all my YouTube content. This thing is a monster if you're filming yourself. Like borderline the best camera that you can buy for filming yourself, in my personal opinion, in terms of like easy use. I haven't even really been using my Sony. I'm filming on my Sony a7iii right now. I haven't really been using this lately, but really good camera. So on this, I have the EF adapter, and also I have this, the Canon 16 to 35mm f4 IS lens. I like this. I wanna eventually probably get a 2.8, but I really like this lens because it's stabilized, and the fact that this camera doesn't have in-body image stabilization just kinda adds a lot to the usability when I'm vlogging with this camera. Right here, I got my trusty Canon 50mm f1.4, which I don't really use that often, but this is just such a great lens, and the fact that it isn't that expensive just makes more sense for me to keep it. So I always keep this in my backpack. I don't really use it that often anymore, but really love this lens. Just recently picked up a GoPro Hero 7 Black. What am I talking about? I use this a lot in Sweden, but I haven't used this since, so I don't know, this might have been a waste of money for me. And right here, this thing right here, if you got an EOS R, you gotta get one of these, man, I'm telling you. So this right here is the ND adapter for the Canon EOS R. This is a game changer. Like, I use NDs for pretty much everything that I do when it comes to shooting my vlogs, my music videos, all of that type of stuff like that. NDs are just awesome. But the fact that whenever you switch out a lens, you gotta switch out the ND just makes them suck. So this adapter right here is like a game changer. It's like built-in NDs for mirrorless camera, which is crazy. Basically adapts all Canon EF glass, and it has a built-in variable ND filter, which the quality of it is amazing. As long as you don't go to like the last two stops, you get like minimal, if any, color shifting. I've just found this thing to be like a game changer for when I'm creating stuff. So this variable ND costs $400, but if you add up how much you'd have to spend to get different variable NDs for different lenses, it's just amazing. I know you can use step-up rings, but step-up rings take time, and this thing is just so easy to use. So I don't know, I just enjoy it. I think it's definitely worth the money. The next thing that I have in here is my Canon 100mm lens. I can't say enough good things about this lens. Honestly, this is like competing for my favorite lens. I'm telling you, I love this lens so much, I can't say enough good things about it. Macro, the depth that you get off of it, the sharpness, the stabilization, everything about this lens is just crazy. So I love that lens. And then I got my Rode Videomic Pro Plus. Love this microphone. Been using this for vlogging and all my YouTube content for a while. The fact that it turns off when you turn off the camera and turns on when you turn on the camera, it's just game changing. And then up top, we got like a little sleeve. Let me try to show you guys this. So up top right here, you got a sleeve where you can house a bunch of different random stuff. I just put lens caps and body caps in here. Just works. And yeah, so that's my actual camera cube and my accessories cube. Let me just snap these back onto each other real quick. And this is like the pouch that was on the front of my backpack that I use for accessories as well. So let me just show you guys what I have in here. So the front of this, I usually have a microfiber cloth. I have no clue where it is, but I usually have a microfiber cloth right here in the front of this. And then up top, we just got a bunch of random stuff. So we got like this thing right here. You use to clean your sensor and your lenses, gotta have this. What else we got? We got a bunch of step-up rings for ND filters. We got some GoPro accessories. We have like a lens brush as well. This is just all stuff that really pertains to cleaning your sensor, your camera, and adjusting and adding different NDs and filters to your lenses. Another really cool thing about this little pouch though is it has like a little strap as well. So if you just kind of want to strap this onto you when you're on set to have accessories on you, I think that this is really cool. I haven't really used it for that yet, but I think the fact that you can is really dope. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. So this modular design that goes with this backpack is just awesome. And it has benefits beyond just being cool and like snapping in and doing that type of stuff like that. So the fact that these magnets actually stick to the base of the backpack, it gives you less strain on your back. The fact that everything isn't just going to the bottom of the backpack and just tugging your back down, it just sits and it adjusts the center of gravity that comes from the backpack and the weight that is going to be added to the backpack with the different equipment that you're going to be using within the backpack. If I had to say one thing that I don't necessarily like about this backpack is the fact that it has no quick access entry points. Pretty much every other backpack that I've used has had like some side part or something at the top that I can just grab my camera straight out of it, but I don't really have that access point with this backpack. So I kind of do, but not really. But I think another really cool thing is that if I need something, I can easily just pull everything out of the backpack instantly to have access to everything and not have to go into a bunch of different pockets and slots and stuff like that. So I think that that's really cool, and I think it kind of makes up for the fact that there's no quick access entry points for this backpack. Another thing that I wanted to say about the modular backpack system that I'm not sure if I got across to you guys is that they have tons of different sets that you can pick up for this one backpack housing. It's not just this photography set that I have that has these two different cubes for different camera gear. You can get sets that are really pertaining to whatever you do. So this is not the only configuration that you can get for this backpack. It's many more. It's a bunch of different ones you can customize. You don't have to get a set that's fully put together. You can really pick up the different cubicles that match whatever workflow that you are in. Any of you guys who are interested in checking out the Bagsmart modular backpack system, is going to be a link down in the description for you guys to check it out. So that's that. Right now I'm using the Sony a7 III to film this video. Also have my small HD monitor on the Sony a7 III. I'm also using my Rode Link wireless live kit and the Sigma 35mm f1.4. So those are a few things that might, you know, make their way into my backpack depending on the project that I'm shooting. I still use the Sony a7 III for my music video projects from time to time, but I want to eventually sell this like really soon. They just dropped the price on the Canon C200. So like the time is lining up really, really, really well. So I'll probably be selling the Sony a7 III here really soon. Crazy as it is, man, crazy as it is. It's just, I don't know, I just haven't been using it, man. But before we get up out of here, let me read a couple comments from my previous video. All right, so the first comment comes from Dapper Dot, and they say, LMAO, if you're shooting for Jay-Z and you only get paid $600, you messed up. These tips are hella practical. Thanks, bro. Appreciate you. It was a bunch of people who love this video. We're giving props about it and giving thanks about it. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the video and the content. Hopefully you don't make those exact same mistakes I made, because they come often, I'm telling you. Next comment comes from Track Record Entertainment, and they say, love how you always open about your experiences, so helpful, great content. that's what it's all about for me, man. Like my whole YouTube content, my whole YouTube channel has just really been about me sharing my experiences about certain things and how I do certain things. It's never a one-way street where it's like, yo, this is exactly how you have to do it. I always express my content in a practical sense that this is how I did it and this is what works for me, but it could work a different way for you. So I don't know, I just try to keep people away from making the exact same mistakes that I made. The next comment comes from Brian Sandak, and they say, what is the name of that angle light in the background? Looks dope. So I think he's talking about the LifeX beam over there. This is by LifeX, it's a beam. I'll leave a link down in the description if you wanna go check it out. This next comment comes from Oblique Official, and they say, do you charge extra for writing a storyboard script for a video, or do clients approach you with their own? Also, do you work through the editing process with the client, or do they give you creative control? Thanks for the advice, bro. Love the channel from New Zealand. Thank you, I appreciate that a lot. Storyboarding or writing down different concepts of video production is honestly the majority of the time a collaborative effort between me and a client. But it's sometimes when a client just comes to me with a song for a music video and they have no idea what they want and they just allow me to do whatever I want to do with the project. So it's really either that, we're collaborating on it where they have an idea and I'm just forming that idea into different angles and like scenes and stuff like that, or they know exactly what they want to do. I want to do this at this location with this model at this time, and it's just like, all right, cool, I'm gonna just pull up and just form it into the best possible angles that I can. So it's kind of all over the place. It's never really like a set way to approach those sorts of projects. And then you were asking if I allow clients to sit with me through the editing process. Absolutely not. I just had a client try to come to my house and like oversee everything that I was doing with the video, and I was like, nah, like no, don't ever let anybody sit on the edit with you. It's just stressful. It ruins everything. I never allow anybody to sit over my shoulder while I'm editing. It's just something that I don't personally do. I just can't do it. The next comment comes from Blanco Vision, and they say, do you talk to clients about rentals as far as equipment and lighting, or is that something that you keep to yourself and go to according to the budget? So for me, I think the best practice with clients is to break every single thing down. I think that clients are more susceptible to want to pay a bigger amount of money if they understand exactly where the money's going. So I try to break down everything. So if you give me a $10,000 budget, I'm gonna let you know that $2,000 is going to me for the video production or whatever the case may be, $3,000, $4,000, whatever. I'm gonna let you know that $1,000 is going for BTS content. I'm gonna let you know that this other $1,200 is going for grip, and I'm just making up a bunch of random numbers at this point. But yes, it's very important for me to break down every single dollar and where it's going to, so the client can see that the money's not all going into my pocket. Because at that point, then they start to wonder like, okay, why am I paying this much money to do this thing? So if you break it down into a bunch of different sections and show them exactly where the money's going, they're more susceptible to want to pay a bigger amount of money, if that makes sense. So I try to always break down where every single dollar is going into a video production. The next comment comes from Cam. They say, oh, if you shout out my Instagram page, Conjure Films, I'll be so tickled. Well, tickle on, go check out Conjure Films. The next comment comes from Mr. Z Money, and they say, what if that person is someone you're extremely close to, like you would trust them with your life savings? Do you still have it written down? They're talking about projects and having everything in writing. That's what I was talking about in my last video with business mistakes. And I say yes. I actually just recently had like an issue with a client that I've been working with for a long time. We've been doing a lot of projects together. And we just kind of had a misunderstanding about a project that was upcoming that we were going to do, because they had this assumption that I was going to be doing for a certain rate. And clients, I don't know, you got to have certain stuff in writing. Sometimes you don't want to charge the exact same amount of money for a new project as you did for the previous one for various reasons. It could be for a ton of different reasons. I had a problem with a client where they were expecting me to charge what I charged them for a different project for the one that was upcoming, and I had to break it down to them like, no, like for one, I was looking out for you. For two, I'm putting in the exact same amount of work that I'm putting in for these big budget projects that we've been doing together. Three, I gotta pay people to come out and help me on set. Then you want BTS content and photography, and it's just like a bunch of different stuff. So you gotta kind of like write this stuff down and have it written, and never assume anything. Never assume anything, have it all written down. The next comment comes from Brightside Boulevard. They say, well, how's the family? The family's doing amazing, man. Appreciate comments like that. Doing good, man. Thank you, I really appreciate that. Yeah, and that's it. I always say I gotta choose more comments, but yeah, that's gonna conclude it. Make sure to drop a comment down in the comment section for an opportunity to be featured at the end of my next video. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to drop it a like, comment, also subscribe to the channel if you're new here. I'm out, guys. Peace.